Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faith Black Lights, we take a look at this. And what this is from Bonnie's Gems, it is the red pepper jelly, a spicy taste for cheese and meats. I don't have any meats to go with this, but I do indeed. Not only do I have some cheddar, but I happen to have some brie as well. And let me go cheese though. We're going to try a number of different things with this one. So we have red peppers, which I'm guessing is bell. Maybe I'll luck out and it'll be peppadew. I'm guessing it's bell though. Cider vinegar, cane sugar, fruit pectin, and habaneros. You can see there's, looks like a little fleck of something in there. So Bonnie's, they had another, it was a blueberry habanero, I believe, that I did. And there is also a peach pepper jelly, which is habanero as well. That may or may not, both of those may or may not be up by the time this one rolls around, but you can see it is this super lovely, vibrant red coloration here. It is so pretty, and it really stinks of cider vinegar. That I don't love. I don't love that. Oh man, that is, wow, that is strong. That is very strong. But you can see it does look pretty good. I really like the color of this. I'm hesitantly excited. Hesitantly excited to give this a whack. But yeah, let's give it a go. The flavor is better than I would have been led to believe from just how incredibly odoriferous it is. You can definitely get, I wish I would use a different vinegar. Like use a pear vinegar or something. You can get a sense of the fruitiness of red peppers here with this. I quite like this. I just really wish there was a different vinegar there. That I honestly am finding it somewhat distracting. It does add a lot of tang to it, but it also colors that tang. One of the main reasons I don't like apple cider vinegar is I feel like it colors everything that you use it on, and if you want to let the stuff stand by itself and shine, that is not a good choice to select for a vinegar. Okay, once again, the Simple Truth multigrain crackers. I like these crackers a lot. I think these are super nice. There. And so I think we're gonna put those right in the way so you can't see anything. I think what we're going to do is let's give a go here with just the cracker itself. Not bad. The brie, nice wedge of brie, and we've got some medium cheddar here. So this is already pre-sliced, which is kind of handy because we can just take that. I'm really curious how this is because I like having cheese and jelly sandwiches. I think that's I like that. I've always liked that. And when I was a kid, my mom was the one that kind of got us on that track because that was something she liked. And when I was going to school, a whole lot of the idiots I went to school with thought that was weird. And then when I moved states, a lot of people I hung out with in the new state thought that was weird also. And now, of course, with charcuterie boards and everything else, all the rest of these dumbasses are finally catching up to my mom and me being ahead of the curve for years. You know, and the best part of that is, the best part of that is probably only I remember those conversations. Probably they don't. Funny the way stuff works out, right? All right, here we go. Cheddar and jelly. That's good. That is super good. Wow. Yep. Medium cheddar. A perfect accompaniment to this jelly. That's outstandingly excellent. Oh yeah, that's a good pairing there. And so the texture of the jelly is, you can see, it doesn't quite, but it almost pours. That is really lovely. I didn't get the ratio of a little bit too much jelly there. When you get the ratio right, that is super excellent though. Okay, the boy. Oh man, what do we got going on here? So I got the creamy, the double creamy. Let's just have us a little bit of this. I've had this cheddar enough times. I don't need to get a baseline. So regular brie is a lot sharper. I think I prefer that. It's not bad or anything. I think I just prefer the sort of slightly bitterish note to the non-creamy version. All right, let's slop some of this on here. This jelly might be so, like if you get fig jam and you pair that with brie, that could be a really nice, delectable thing. But that's because the cheese can stand up to the sweetness of that fig jam. I love figs, dates, figs, all that stuff. All those Mediterranean / Middle Eastern fruits. Got a lot of really good stuff going on in that part of the world. As far as, you know, foods and stuff. The conflicts, obviously, not good at all. It seems like that whole thing has been at each other's throats for my entire life. This adds a little bit of the tang of this red pepper adds a little bit of sharpness itself to the proceedings here. I should have got the regular brie. It's good. But I'll tell you, that cheddar's kicking its ass 7 ways from Sunday. I might be a bit partial to cheddar. I might have been a bit partial to cheddar. For pretty much my entire life. A lot of lifetime stuff in this video, huh? We got Middle East conflagrations. And we've got my love for cheddar, which are assuredly not connected. Okay, let's give this a final. Man, that is so good with that cheddar. I might have some more of that here. So this is very mild. There's not a lot of heat here. I put this one, I put it probably, I'll give it a default 1. We gotta see what it does with some peanut butter. I just gotta know. I gotta know. I mean, you know how it is. That's the whole point of what I do here when I set up the cameras. I holler at you. So I gotta know. And I figure we can just find out together. All right. Not good. Oh no, this does not work at all. Peanut butter and jelly could not be more of a miss. Oh. Oh. Well, I don't want to waste up this peanut butter and jelly here. Oh. So I'll suffer through a little bit more. All right then. So I'm going to finish this off strong. With some of this delicious medium cheddar. Okay, let's just have, we're going to try to just go for a small amount here because I want to see if I can just dial in the ratio just a touch. And you know, it's good to be thorough and give this a whack here. Let's see, we chalked into it a little ways anyway. All right, here we go. fantastic. I wish I had 7 or 8 different cheddars. I go through every one of them. I kind of think, though, that going too much more sharp than this would maybe not be the good move. This one, you had a hit of that jelly. Sort of fruitiness of jelly. A little bit tart. A little bit sweet. And then you get the cheese rolling in behind it. And just a delight. What can I say? Just a delight. Just a delight. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm not afraid to admit I'm enjoying my pairings. This deliciousness in this video. I don't know who would be afraid to admit that, truth be told. But, all right, so the blueberry habanero, when I had that, it threw me because it didn't really have a lot of habanero anything in it. This one definitely tastes a lot more pepper forward. And like I said, it's that nice sort of, I almost wish they would have fire roasted the peppers before, at least one of them, before putting them in there, because I think that would have just been dynamite. Habaneros are, I think they're very last here, and they're not really a strong component of the flavor or the heat. I mean, they're the only thing that's giving us heat. And so the heat is, like I said, a default one, not particularly hot. It's more the sweetness, the sweet fruitiness of the red peppers, but they're quite good in here. I almost think, though, that that's the problem with using cider vinegar is you start playing, I think, a really dangerous game between something that is, it adds tartness, but it also adds an off flavor. And the tartness part is fine. This definitely, it straddles the line to being almost too tart, but it's more just that off note that I just, when I eat this, I just think of what would have happened if they would have had an actual good tasting vinegar in there. And this they made this to be paired with cheeses is what it, cheeses and meats is what it said. And I kind of get that, but depending on which way you go with the cheeses, this is one where I think the results can be really quite good if you pair it correctly. And if you don't, such as with peanut butter and jelly, definitely diminishing returns for sure. But very interesting concoction. I like the texture of this quite a bit, and I appreciate Bonnie's Jams throwing some habaneros in there. Not quite as hot as I would have hoped for, but I do appreciate the gesture. And we'll just leave it right there. So that was the Bonnie's Jam Red Pepper Jelly. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.